show the Kansas City Chiefs put on yesterday, particularly in the first quarter? Did you see it? And oh, by the way, is that on Tom Brady or somebody else with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? We'll discuss that. Plus COVID-19 ravaging the NFL. Some games shouldn't even been played. Shouldn't even been played. We'll talk about that. And oh, by the way, somebody got put to sleep. Literally was snoring in front of us all on Saturday night. Lord have mercy. First take on the way. You know what time it is. Let's go.
They have some dynamic players, and obviously Patrick at quarterback. They always have an opportunity to win.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm on his level yet. For me, I just try to be myself.
Gunning it long, Tyreek Hill pulls it in at the 20. Touchdown! One of the greatest first quarters in National Football League history. Chris Jones and Tom Brady face mask to face mask. Tyreek Hill over the shoulder. The cheetah putting on a clinic.
Brady's been picked off twice in this game now. Looks, fires a pass. Touchdown Buccaneers. And the Bucs are within 3 of the Chiefs.
Throws it late. Caught. Tyreek Hill. Game, set, and match.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome into First Take. Hope you all had a fabulous weekend. Thank you for hanging with us. A wonderful holiday. Stephen A. Smith, Max Kellerman, I'm Molly Karen Rose. And gentlemen, I must confess, so I usually watch Red Zone, my former colleague Scott Hansen, for the games, but I had to watch Brady and Mahomes in full, sat there the whole time. And at the end, it got a little tight, Max Kellerman. I thought Brady was going to get the job done, but he didn't. Tom, talk to me.
What happened?
Left ourselves a big deficit to start, got off to a slow start, couldn't convert any third downs. Just poor execution early and get behind and players got to do a better job. We got to make the plays that are there.
Everybody tried to hand us the Lombardi Trophy in August. You just don't throw guys out there with names. You got to practice. You got to learn to get in sync with each other. That takes time.
Stephen A., let me ask you this. Was it Brady who cost the Bucs a win?
No, it was not. And by the way, as an aside, Molly, before we get the show started, I told you last week about the yellow. It's slamming. Way to go. Now, let me get to this football game
Stephen A.
yesterday. Okay. I appreciate it, but here's the deal, okay? When we look at yesterday, we can sit up there, we can point the finger at Tom Brady all we want to. I would say to you the name Carlton Davis. You ever heard of that name, Max Kellerman? Ever heard of that name? He would happen to be the cornerback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that was lined up opposite Tyreek Hill. Okay? Tyreek Hill, a 75-yard bomb. Tyreek Hill, another touchdown where he backflips into the end zone, showing nothing but utter disrespect for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tyreek Hill, who had 203 receiving yards in the first quarter. And oh, by the way, not only was that a problem, you sort of felt so sorry for Carlton Davis. Why? Because Bruce Arians and Todd Bowles never decided to double up on Tyreek Hill, never decided to make sure you had help on the safety over the top. You put this brother in single coverage. I don't know if anyone has noticed, but DeAndre Hopkins, Julio Jones, and anybody else you want to mention, they studs, Michael Thomas, all big-time studs. Tyreek Hill's the best wide receiver in football. In case somebody missed it. He's the best wide receiver in football. He's the fastest. He's got great hands. He's strong as a bull. And let me tell you something right now. He's leading everybody in yards. Put on an absolute clinic. Todd Bowles, I don't know what the hell they were thinking about not doubling up, not having help from the safety over the top, doing something, playing a zone defense on other occasions against these brothers. Makes no sense whatsoever. But that is what happened. And that is why this is not on Tom Brady. Certainly he got outplayed because Patrick Mahomes had 359 yards passing in the first half, okay? But the bottom line is you look at it, and it was that defense of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that did not show up. I don't know what Bruce Arians and Todd Bowles were thinking.
Oh, my God. Here come the excuses. This is ridiculous. Let me tell you whose fault it was. It was Patrick Mahomes' fault that the Bucs lost. Patrick Mahomes, who basically ended the game in the first quarter. No, Brady couldn't make that up late. It was too much. In the first quarter, he and Tyreek Hill, yes, they put on a show. I guess if it's not Patrick Mahomes' fault, I guess it's Bruce Arians' fault, right? Like, that's the reason they lost. So since they only have one loss, and Mahomes does this to the whole league and avenge the team that beat them, right? I guess it's all the coaches' faults. Every time Mahomes and the Chiefs play someone, it's the other coach's fault. If only they would have done X, Y, or Z, they could have stopped Mahomes. Really? You want to go there? Let me explain something to you. Right now, I've been straight up the whole time. This season was about, was it more Brady or Belichick? It's one of the great sports debates in the history of American sports. More Brady or Belichick? Oh, we're about to find out. What I say early on, I said I have to admit it. Brady's got weapons, but he knows what to do with them. He looks good using them. He has not fallen off the cliff. And I question, is this the first time in 20 years we can ask, is Belichick actually still the best coach in the NFL? Remember, I asked that out loud. I didn't say no, he's not. I said we could actually start asking that question. Right now, Brady looks better than Belichick. He set it up to look better than Belichick. He left Belichick without a quarterback, right? Belichick wanted to go to Garoppolo. Brady went to Kraft, had Garoppolo shipped out of town. So he set it up for himself. Brady's going to look better. But nevertheless, I was just straight up and down. Yup, Brady looks better. Who looks better right now? Who is it? What's going on right now? Belichick is now a single game under 500, 3 quality wins on the season against really good teams, 2 plays away from being a couple games over 500 with nothing. No defense, no offense, nothing. Fewer weapons than Brady had last year. An injury recovering comeback and quarterback in a new system. 1 game under 500. Brady's got an embarrassment of riches. Stephen A., you're talking about because Bruce Arians isn't perfect? No one's perfect. You know who Belichick is? He's Floyd Mayweather. Floyd used to say, don't make no mistakes. Because Floyd would make fewer mistakes than the other guy. That's Belichick. Brady doesn't have that anymore. Now he has a regular coach. Bruce Arians is good, but he's a regular coach. And you want to blame yesterday on Bruce Arians? No. The difference in the game was Mahomes. And if you switched quarterbacks, obviously the Bucs would have won.
Well, first of all, this isn't a history class or from Columbia. Damn sure ain't a sports history class. The question was, did Tom Brady cost the Buccaneers a win yesterday? And we're talking about yesterday. And yesterday, what did we witness? When Tyreek Hill caught a 75-yard touchdown pass, Max Kellerman, he waited, turned around, backpedaled, okay? This is what happened, okay? If you're watching this guy, you got him in single coverage. You don't have anybody on him. He's literally waiting for the football. Patrick Mahomes flung it with all his might. And still, Tyreek Hill was so fast and so wide open, he had to stand there, take pictures, say, Max, Molly, Stephen A., please don't forget to talk about me in the morning before he caught the damn ball. That's how much time he had. That's how much space he had between him and Carlton Davis. That's how wide open he was. Yeah, it helped that Sammy Watkins returned from his hamstring injury for the first time since week 5. That was an additional weapon that Bowles and Bruce Arians had to worry about. Travis Kelce. By the way, Tyreek Hill is the number 1 receiver in football. Travis Kelce is right behind him at number 2 from the tight end spot. Patrick Mahomes is a stud. Nobody's debating that. He's phenomenal, great, all of those things we say. But in the end, I'm talking about yesterday. Just look at Tampa's defense. They had no answer whatsoever. And that was the reason they got the 24th ranked defense against the pass. They're not that great.
Tyreek Hill is a bad dude, so is Travis Kelce. The baddest man on the planet is Patrick Mahomes. That's actually the baddest dude. Who's most responsible? Patrick Mahomes. More than either coach, more than any of the quarterbacks or position skills players. The 30 touchdown, 2 interception guy, the Super Bowl MVP.